this is a down metal gondola which will bring us into the stratosphere. We are going to be lifted up there by Linde hydrogen. That hydrogen will lift us in a place where nobody can breathe and live. But inside we'll have Linde oxygen, which makes good what the hydrogen makes bad, and makes a very comfortable living place for us. Here, I would like to show you inside, but we have too many people. I couldn't all bring you this gondola. Very little space. Just enough space for Lieutenant Commander Settle, the pilot, and me, who is going to do the work on cosmic rays. But I can show a little bit about it. Here is the ring on which the gondola hangs. Here is the rope to which is connected with upper ring. This here is a roof garden. We want some fresh air, we can go on this here, as long as we are still in the lower air. And then when we go in the stratosphere, we close here. You hand me the cover, please. Thank you. This here is the down metal. Oh, I'm sorry for the noise. This here is the down metal cover, you see, very light. That will come inside, and another one similar will come outside. You take it again, please. And then when everything is closed, then we go into the stratosphere, and we do there our work on cosmic rays.
All ready?
Professor Piccard, we are very glad to present you for the Union Carbide and Carbon Corporation with the hydrogen for your expedition. We believe and are sure that the Linde Company has made the purest hydrogen that has ever been produced. We recognize that any impurity may result in the loss of altitude and affect the expedition. I would like to have your comments on this regard.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Carter, for all this hydrogen. That's definitely a great big lot.
You expect to accomplish with the cosmic rays?
Well, first I want to thank you and thank the Union Carbide Company for all this hydrogen you give me. And you give for the whole thing. Everything else you did for helping us to go up. Now, since this hydrogen is good as that, I'm sure that it will lift us just as high as any hydrogen could lift us. And, you know, we are going to measure the cosmic rays very high. We want to be as high as possible so that we have as little air as possible between us and the origin of the cosmic rays. And of course, the higher we are, the less air we have, and the better result we'll get. And we're sure we'll get the best result we can get there. Very much hope that we'll get higher and higher up than one has ever been before.
Once again, Professor Piccard, the Belgian scientist, has ascended to heights never before reached by man to study the stratosphere, that unknown region which surrounds the Earth at a distance of more than 7 miles. Last year in May he reached over 9 miles in height, but this time he was out to beat his own record. Accompanied by his assistant, Monsieur Max Cousins, the start was made at dawn from Dubendorf Aerodrome near Zurich. The preparations for the flight began at midnight, but thousands of people had made the journey from Zurich in special trains, whilst a battalion of Swiss troops held down the guy ropes. Professor Piccard himself superintended the arrangements for the inflation of the balloon. And then, when all was ready, he clambered inside the gondola which contained a mass of scientific instruments and gave the signal to let go. The balloon rose quickly and eventually climbed to over 10.5 miles above the Earth. Just imagine, whilst we were sweltering in the heat wave, he was nearly frozen to death in 15 degrees centigrade below zero. After being aloft for over 12 hours, he eventually landed near Lake Garda in Italy. From the practical point of view, Professor Piccard's experiment is of the highest possible importance. But one of the things it will definitely do will be to enable better weather forecasts to be made.
We were on the scene as soon as the Austrian Alpine troops you now see on their way to the glacier to recover the envelope and gondola in which the intrepid professors had made a perfect landing. After their amazing air voyage, just imagine, twice as high as Mount Everest, the biggest mountain in the world. The gondola, only 6'7" in diameter, you'll notice is half black one side and half silver the other. serene and calm, the professor walks down to the village to enjoy a hearty breakfast. When too warm, the bright side was turned to the sun. When too cold, the black. Dr. Kepler was overjoyed as he handed out each of the many instruments, all in perfect order, and recording highly scientific discoveries of the utmost importance.